And let me just do this. Let me turn this down. I got the right mic, and I got the right hair. There we go. So we'll get y'all a set of headphones and everything so you can hear. Right now, it's more important than I can hear me. There earlier this morning, I was really worried because there was an incident in Manhattan. So there was another pipe bomb had gone off at 40. I don't know if y'all heard about it. Yeah. So first, thank you so much y'all could have easily not done this, and thank you so much for being the guest on the program. And then secondly, and most important of all, our prayers and thoughts to everybody out there, first of all, and the first responders, the people that keep New York this a great city. So kudos to our first responders and everybody who does that. Yeah. So thank you for being here. I'm going to do this. We're going to go around the horn. We're going to introduce yourselves, and I want to make sure that basically because I'm going to forget. Everybody knows who you are. And let me plug this microphone in. We can pass this around because not everybody can get in. Y'all got to see this. What we got in here, we got a phone book. I'm sorry, we're in a phone booth.
Basically.
With we got 7-8 people in here plus an upright bass. Let me make sure this. Let me see if this boom. If this is on. There you go. All right. So this is probably it's not the best mic, but they can hear you on it. You know what? I want there. How's that? Oh, that's more gooder right there. There we go. So we'll turn this up. All right, so let's just pass it around. Everybody introduce yourselves. Tell people who that way. Yeah, we're going to start with our camera, Mama Grazia.
She's live streaming.
Yeah, I'm live. This is Grazia, and yeah, I am the mama of the band, and occasionally I play accordion.
I am Peter. I'm the drummer with the band. I am Vince. I play the piano. Yo, everybody, Radioland. This is Chris. I'm on the guitar.
Hello, this is Makinna Ridgway, and I join the band when they come to the States to be their guest singer.
Hello, I've already said hello earlier. It's Ian, and I sing, play trumpet and ukulele.
Hello, this is Alex. I play the trombone.
My name's John. Plays saxophone.
This is Ken, the fiddle.
All right. So that's the whole fam family right there, and so it's the Jive Aces. You've been together for how long now?
Oh, yes. This year is the 21st anniversary of the band altogether, except for McKenna, of course, because obviously she looks 21, and she's from over here. But the boy band, the main boy band, which is the Jive Aces, we've been together 21 years as such.
All right, and I know that y'all were on Britain's Got Talent. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 2012 we were on Britain's Got Talent. We got to the semi-finals, as you say. Semi-finals. We say semi. The semi-finals, and we made Simon Cowell smile, and we became famous for putting him in a good mood, and we were like really famous for about 2 weeks.
Well, actually you're more famous than that because I've been a fan of yours for a while, and like I said, I've spoken to Grazia on more than one occasion about having you on the program and getting your music, and every time she sends me something, she piecemeals it. She'll like send me 1 or 2 songs. Like I got Ukulele Swing and I got King of the Swingers, and I was like, okay, what's next? Give me some more. She's like, oh yeah, I'll get it to you. And the next time we're in, and then then I get 2 more songs. I'm like, all right, come on, just give me a whole bunch of stuff so that I can just play it. So, but let's do this. Let's stop chit-chatting, and how about you play a song, and we'll talk about Miss Makinna, what she's doing here, and where y'all are headed next, where they can find your info. So let's get into a tune, and then from there we'll come back and tell people where they can find your music, where they can see you live, and this fascinating story Grazia is going to share about Len Goodman.
Oh.
All right, so what?
Oh, we're allowed to tell all those sort of things.
Let me log this in. What are we going to hear?
I think what we'll do is our most successful music video is Bring Me Sunshine. And it's become famous for bringing the sunshine. We did it last night in Garden City, and as you'll notice, it's still cold and snowy, but the sun is out. So if we do the song now, and everyone's positive at home, we should get a bit more sun, maybe warm up the place a bit more. And if everybody watches the video, guaranteed it'll be like summer. Bring me sunshine in your smile. Make me happy all the while. In this world where we live, there should be more happiness, so much joy you can give to each brand new bright tomorrow. Make me happy through the years. Never bring me any tears. Put your arms be as warm as the sun from up above. Bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love. And as mentioned, is the lovely Miss Makinna with her own version of this delightful ditty.
Bring me sunshine in your eyes. Bring me rainbows from the clear blue skies. Life's too short to be spent having anything but fun. We can be so content. A little sunbeams be lighthearted, darling, all day long. Keep me singing happy songs. Let your arms be as warm as the sun from up above. Bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love.
Hop the baba do did hop the baba do did bring me sunshine. Bring me sunshine in your smile. In your smile. Make me happy. Make me happy. All the while. In this world where we live, there should be more happiness. So much joy you can give to each brand new bright tomorrow. Make me happy. Make me happy. Through the years. Through the years. Never bring me. Never bring me. Any tears. Any tears. Let your arms be as warm as my papa. Bring me such bring me love. Hop the baba do did make me happy.
Make me happy.
Through the years.
Through the years.
Never bring me
Never bring me
any tears.
any tears.
Let your arms be as warm as bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love.
Bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love.
Bring me fun,
Bring me sunshine,
bring me love.
All right. How is it over there? we're
I think we're going into other studios.
yeah, we're
Everybody's listening to us all over the world by
free CDs for
By
everyone. Free
osmosis.
CDs for everyone. That's fantastic. I'm gonna take off the headphones. I'm just having too much of a fun time there. That's what I love about it is the energy. You know, now I love swing music. I love jazz. I love all that. I love all the music. And sometimes it's just repetitious. You get the same thing over and over. And it sounds like, all right, after a while, you don't want to listen to it. When I'm listening to y'all, it's like, it's energy. It's not the same thing, you know. After a while, certain styles of music just become mundane. every time you guys do something. And I was just like, oh yeah, I got to listen to that again. I love your bare necessities. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Singing in the rain.
I
Right? Then you do that.
Yeah.
So that was good. And what's the one? It was kind of a ballad. The one you slowed down. It was
Smile, Mr. Sandman.
Oh man, I would
Baby
know.
Smile.
I have to go through my
Smile.
Yeah, Smile is nice too. That's a beautifully done video too. That's the one with the wedding couple, the older. couple.
Yeah, and Charlie Chaplin, which is Grazia, playing
Yeah.
Charlie Chaplin.
I didn't recognize you without the mustache.
Sorry.
Yeah, she did. That thing girls do, whatever it is. Like she had it.
So you
not
have
to
to,
shave?
ladies and gentlemen, you have to go through it and find their music. So let's do this. Where can people find your music? Give them a website,
Or the
booking, all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
well, the website is www.jiveaces.com. Jive Aces, for those listening in American. I say Jive sometimes, and they go Jive Aces, Jiveaces, jiveaces.com. And also, then we have a YouTube channel, which is
YouTube.com/jiveaces.
That's it, youtube.com/jiveaces. And we've got a whole host of stuff on there, from Bring Me Sunshine to our latest one, which is Rock and Roll Movie Star. We've got little silly videos where we do silent movies and run around beaches being pirates, all sorts of things. It's loads of fun for all the family.
And what is it? What is it? Rock and Roll King? No.
Rock and Roll Movie Stars.
King
No.
of
The King of Jive.
King of
Jive. I
yeah.
like that one. I like
That's
King
a good
of Jive.
video as well.
Yeah, and let's see. There was Peg. You did a Fever. That was the one.
Fever, yeah.
I
That was one
love
of our
that.
early ones.
Yeah, that was that's what I said. I went way back. See, I've been a fan for a while. I've been a fan for a while. I just never thought y'all would actually come over here. So let's talk about where did you just play? Y'all just played the States here, all right? Where did you just play here in New York, and where are you headed to?
Yeah, well, we were at Swing 46 on Friday in Manhattan, which was awesome, as they say. Awesome. We say brilliant. This is our equivalent. That was fantastic. Loads of dancers. It's a lovely club, great atmosphere, and brilliant in the heart of Manhattan. And then yesterday we were at Garden City at the Delphi University yesterday afternoon, which was fantastic. Again, and that was like a theatre show. With people sitting and watching, but we did have some dancers with us who we met on Friday actually at the Swing 46, which was Paolo and Laurentina. She's called Laurentina, who's and they're the Rhythm Stompers. They've got a little dance show, and they're from Manhattan.
And where are y'all headed to now? Where's next on the tour?
Too early tomorrow morning, we fly to South Carolina. So we're in the Carolinas, which is probably warmer.
I hope y'all like
hope-
barbecue.
Newbury Opera House.
You're at the Newbury Opera House in South Carolina. And then we go down to Florida. And we're all over Florida. Venice,
Deerfield
Clearwater. Where?
Deerfield Beach, and then
Clearfield Beach.
and then St. Petersburg.
Deerfield Beach.
St. Petersburg for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, we're hanging through the holidays. Or what we call Christmas.
All right. Well, we're gonna make sure that y'all get back up here. Give me a heads up next time. I was praising Miss Grazia, on her fine job. Then now I'm thinking about she could have given me a little more warning. So I'm taking that back.
You're obviously not stalking us enough. See, you got to follow us on Facebook.
But now
We're
that I see how handsome you are, I promise I'll stop.
We've always looked handsome on radio.
So let's do this. Let's talk about Miss Makinna here and how she came to be a part of your American ensemble.
Well, let's ask her, and she can speak with her American accent so people can understand what she's saying instead of my London one.
All right. So this
I
is
sound like Johnny Depp when I slow down or something. It's a bit odd. And meanwhile, I'm going to go and get a glass of water, so it's all up to you.
Cheers,
See you in a minute.
Well, you mentioned the Fever video, and that is actually how I came to know the Jives. I'm in a group called the Satin Dolls with a Z back in Los Angeles, and our manager sent the Jives our version of Fever, and through that...
Hang on one second. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
That mic, turn it around. It's facing the wrong way.
Oh, look at... Ooh, squeaky.
All right.
There we go. Hello, hello.
Oh, wow. She actually sounds better.
Fancy that.
So yeah, as I was saying, the manager of the Satin Dolls sent the Jive Aces. We traded videos online of Fever, and then realized the Jives were coming to the States, and we did a show together, and then we were fast friends ever since then. And they plucked me away for a few local tours. So very happy to be on board.
So now it's a habitual thing when they come here, right? Mm-hmm. So now let's talk about you. You have other credits other than just the Satin Dolls. You do TV and film, is that right?
Yes, I do. Yep.
And you were on Castle.
I was on Castle, one of my favorite shows, and Suburgatory. Got to play a fun spin instructor, drill sergeant. So, and then a few other films, and Rizzoli Isles, and got to go up to Portland to film Grimm, which was really exciting because that's my hometown.
Well, we're very excited to have you here. I spoke with my Yankee bride, and she's a huge fan of Castle. She's a big Nathan Fillion fan. She likes Grimm, Supernatural, all those kinds of things. So, so when I told her, she was like, "Oh, I wish I could be there." So, you can't. So,
Well, hello from afar.
so
We have Guy Glazer, and he's listening to us, and he lives in Jersey. He's been living in Jersey for almost 40 years.
all right.
wow.
Well, thank
Hi,
you for
Guy.
tuning in and listening. And now that we got the better looking part of the duo back in here,
Ian, of course, is who he's talking about.
so Ian, thank you so much for being here. Let's do this. Let's do another song. Let me. What song do you want to play for him?
I think as it's Christmas or holidays, we should do a Christmas one. What about Santa Claus is coming to town?
All right. And let me hang on before you get started. Let me log it in because this is the Gumbo YaYa radio show, 89.1 FM, WFDU. You can listen if you have HD radio. We're on the HD2 airwaves. And if you're listening online, as I'm doing this, the Jive Aces, Santa Claus is coming to town. Go to, if you want to listen online, we do have the phone app, but online it's real easy. It's it's hd2.wfdu.fm, hd2.wfdu.fm, and we're here. It's Santa Claus is coming to town, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So let me one more time. Let's get this here. Coming to across the pond. Jive Aces, ladies and gentlemen.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Better watch out, better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
He's making a list and checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice.
Nice.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
He knows when you are sleeping.
He knows when you're awake.
He knows if you've been bad or good.
So be good for goodness sake. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. We're making a list and checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town.
He sees you when you're sleeping.
He digs when you're awake.
He knows if you've been bad or good.
So be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'll tell you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
He sees you when you're sleeping.
He digs when you're away.
He knows if you've been bad or good.
So be good for goodness sake. You better watch out,
Not cry.
you better not pout.
I'm telling you why.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Well, he's making a list and checking it twice. Gonna find out he's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming. Oh, the big fat man with the long white beard. He's coming to town.
That's great. I don't know how long they're gonna let me have this show anymore because rocking the Raptors. This is-
Seeping, we're seeping.
If you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, we have from across the pond the Jive Aces here, and they just finished up a few shows here in the New York City area. They're headed south to the Carolinas, down into Florida. They're going to be doing their New Year's thing there. I'm envious. I'm very jealous. They're all great musicians. They're all a bunch of good-looking folks. And how many of you are all these? Every video I see, everybody's dancing in it all the time. So, like, how many of you are doing the dancing here? Are you all great dancers, or you all dabble?
No, we all dance a little bit. Before we actually had the band, myself, we've known each other for a long while. Myself, Ken, and another guy and our girlfriends at the time, we used to have like a little dance, Jive dance, swing dance troupe, as it were. But Ken was actually the one of the swing dance champion. Was it like 2 or 3 years? 3 years in 83 to 86 when he was about 10 years old.
Oh, great! Now, did you dance in Blackpool? Did you ever do any of the competitions there in Blackpool? None of that. No. So, no. I have a basic idea of the circuit. So the swing dance circuit out there, is it a different competitions? Is it the same as the ballroom? It's totally different, right? Okay. And here, spin this around. So
you'll find that most of the swing dance, or Lindy Hop as it's called now, is basically regional, to do with swing clubs, and then they meet once or twice a year and have a best of the country or whatever, and then maybe a world championship once a year in New York or Sweden or wherever they have the Lindy Hop championships.
yeah, I know out here, like one of my favorites. I don't. Are y'all familiar with West Coast swing? It's kind of the bluesy, stuff like that.
Yeah, it sort of came from the Hollywood, came from like the Hollywood style Lindy Hop, and then they do it to all sorts of music. I've tried that because we know like in England, one of our fans who comes to dance to us is like one of the top West Coast dancers. I think she's done over here as well. And so she taught me once, and while I was dancing with her, I could do it perfectly. As soon as she walked off, I couldn't remember a thing. It was so complicated.
I liked it because it was very slow and kind of so. Now they'll dance it to anything. And one of the kind of things that I liked about dancing, same thing with music, is that when dance or music had a pure vein, they had a pure element, you knew what jazz was. Then you had jazz fusion. Then you knew what rock was. Then you have like pop rock, pop country, indie. So they had all. So I like when you get down to like the grassroots of a music or a dance or something like that. So it's got to be great traveling with this ensemble of people. You can not only can you go out and enjoy music, you can go out dancing. Let's do this. You have this new album out. Let's talk about it. Let's give credit. Is there anybody on the album that you worked with that you want to mention who couldn't be here? Things like that.
Well, I couldn't be, but on the album, because Chris Wilkinson here, who's British, as we mentioned, but lives in somewhere. Sacramento. It's got Sacramento.
He lives in a sack.
It's in California somewhere. But he's English. He's moved over. He's got married and settled down over here.
He's English, but he's moved over here, so basically he's not English.
But the thing is,
My passport now.
It's no more fish and chips.
we won't have
now.
him back now. No. But that's the funny thing about America, actually, because everyone who moves over here becomes American. And that's a lovely thing. I really like that. It's like when you get in a taxi in New York and there'll be a guy like, and they've been here like 2 weeks and they're Russian. They don't say they're Russian. They're like, suddenly they're a New Yorker. It's like they become, it's like I think there's a casting agency, though, to become a New Yorker, isn't it? I think before you have to know how to act.
Yeah, I blend here. I've been here so long that people don't even realize I'm not from New York anymore. I blend right in, so I'm all good with that. So, what were we going to say, Chris? Tell us about this new album.
Chris basically plays on 2 tracks. Plays 2 tracks on guitar, because he's a guitarist, so that made sense on our album. And then he toured while he's over. When we're over here, just like Makinna, whenever possible, we have him tour with us, and he toured with us. The beginning of the year, I was going to say last year, but it was the beginning of this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in March of this year. We did about the same kind of thing, 10 days maybe together. So whenever they come over here, which is a couple times a year, they'll graciously ask me to come out and join them for a few days on the road, which is great fun for me.
And Chris did the sleeve.
Don't forget,
He does. That's his day job is also creative. He does all the artwork, so he basically create that beautiful thing that no one can see on the radio, but you can see on our live stream. Because
So this is great here. So it's
Grazia
Digging the
just
Roots,
super-
right? Jive Aces, Digging the Roots. And how many tunes we got on here? We got 13, and you have a bonus track. So it's a 12 with a bonus track. Jump, Jive, and Well, we know and we love that. Rock and Roll Movie Star is the one that we talked about. That is, I do enjoy that one a lot. Choo Choo Boogie, Give It Up Daddy. This is all good stuff right here. Now, do you produce any of your own original music?
Well, the
And-
Rock and Roll Movie Star is one of our own tunes. There's
Okay.
two originals on that, Rock and Roll Movie Star and Bad News. And so we've already done a music video for Rock and Roll Movie Star, and then we're going to in March we're going to do a video for Bad News, and all the other tracks are old like rhythm and blues from the 1950s, early rock and roll and stuff. Because the title of it, Digging the Roots, because this is our 21st anniversary as a lineup, the band, we decided to do 2 albums, Volume 1 and Volume 2, of Digging the Roots, basically things that in some of the music that influenced us. So this one is rockin' rhythm and blues, so it's more rhythm and blues and early rock and roll roots. And then the second one, which is coming out soon, Volume 2, is called Hot Jazz, and that's like jazz standards basically done in our style, all your famous, well-known jazz standards.
Well, I'm going to ask you to do Bad News, but before we do, what made you?
I think we should play that one off the CD because it sounds.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
we can do that.
Then people
We
can hear
do
what the
that.
CD sounds like.
There you go.
Like because this is just us unplugged, and that'd be
That's good for me. So now, what is it like that led you? Like, there's so many genres of music. I'm always curious, like what sparked you to like, oh, I just love this music, or like like why skiffle? Why swing?
Well, the whole thing really is.
Oh, this is cool. It's like a little mini.
It's like a
album.
little record, isn't it?
Look at this. This
Oh,
is-
that bit was designed by Alex, trombone player.
That's great, man. See that? Kudos to you, man.
Yeah,
You know, and
costs
that's
a
the thing.
fortune, but it's worth it.
You know,
'Cause it's-
that's fantastic. You know, genius causes hair loss. So this whoever did this is brilliant.
He's got a good beard though. He's got a good full growth there.
So we're gonna pop this in here. Let's get back to it. I'm sorry. You're my favorite.
Gary Fowler says
So,
hello, chaps, and says to say hello to you, Chris.
Well, Gary Buller, Mr. Buller.
All right. Well, we're glad that your fans are checking in with you. Let's get back to it. What was it like? Why did you? What everybody gravitated to this, or was it like, oh,
Elvis.
this?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think most of us started, especially the 4 that were originally together, we were sort of into Elvis Presley. And then, I mean, like at a really young age, like 11, 12 years old, we were into Elvis. And those were the days of vinyl, you know, so you could buy a vinyl album and you'd look on the sleeve notes and see that Elvis was influenced by Big Bill Broonzy, by Big Boy Crudup, by blues. So then I used to go out and buy blues records, and then we sort of worked our way backwards into jazz, swing, all the way through to early. We go back to the early trad jazz, New Orleans jazz.
And it's kind of like I got Scotty Moore, DJ Fontana. You have the whole
Yeah.
You look at the bass and the guitar and the drums in here, and it's kind of like you got the Elvis's
Yeah.
backing group with him.
Very much. But that was the thing, see, because some people would just listen to Elvis, say, for instance, and then just go from there. But we sort of went back, and because we love the roots of the music, because you listen to early rock and roll, most rock and roll, all the musicians were jazz musicians. They were the top jazz musicians, and then then they'd ease into playing rock and roll because that was what was in at the time. And that was why you had that quality. You know, Bill Haley, I mean, they all did. And one of the great guitarists that young Chris here emulates on the Rock and Roll Movie Star song is Grady Martin, who played on nearly every rockabilly record. It's just people don't realize that.
Earlier on the show, it's funny you mentioned that because earlier on the show, I played some Dwayne Eddy, who was like,
Oh, yeah.
like I love all those good, the blues rockabilly guitar players. So
Yeah.
and they had a style and a sound that people. They heard that and it was inspiring, so they took it and they ran with it. They would try to do their own thing, but it's still incorporating that in there. And everything that y'all do is fantastic. I love it. We got this queued up. Let's see if we can get it to play. So do you want to introduce the song?
Yeah. This is the other of the two tracks, self-penned tracks on the album, called "Bad News." When you listen to the lyrics, it's sort of self-evident what it's about, really. Bad news.
By the Jive Aces right here on the Gumbo YaYa radio show.
Enough of reading just bad news, and critics full of malice views. Do nothing good take place today. The papers make it seem that way. Read the headlines, all you see is murder, harm, and misery. Why don't they also concentrate on acts of kindness, not just hate? Bad news, it's distressing. Bad news, so depressing. Bad news is all you ever find. Bad news, walk on by it. Bad news, just don't buy it. Bad news ain't there any other kind. In every paper, crimes are sorted, but so much good goes unreported. It seems that rather someone fail and lay it out in fine detail. Turn on the news, it's gloom and doom, enough to make you cry or fume. There's no balance, there's no end. Turn the darn thing off again. Bad news, it's distressing. Bad news, so depressing. Bad news, that's all you ever find. Bad news, walk on by it. Bad news, just don't buy it. Bad news, ain't there any other kind. Bad news. Bad news. Bad news. Bad news. Bad news. Bad news. Bad news ain't there any other kind. Bad news is distressing. Bad news so depressing. Bad news, that's all you'll ever find. Bad news, walk on by it. Bad news, just don't buy it. Bad news ain't there any other kind. Bad news is distressing. Bad news so depressing. Bad news, that's all you ever find. Bad news, walk on by it. Bad news, just don't buy it. Bad news, I'm leaving it behind. Bye bye.
All right, give yourselves a hand, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Marvelous, marvelous.
So,
Beautiful.
is this the American radio debut of the Jive Aces here?
No,
This album?
this album, I think it probably is.
There you go.
actually.
All right. Woo.
Yeah, American debut of the Digging the Roots album.
That's great. It's again, let's website. People want to buy your music. Is it iTunes? Where can they go to
You
buy
can get
it?
it on the website, but also it's on all normal outlets. You know, it's on like iTunes. You can get it from Amazon. You can get it. Is it imported or they get it actually on American?
I'm not sure.
Not sure, but it's available on all normal things. And then of course, you can't get this one on streaming because we want to actually sell some.
There you go. But that's the way. That's what. Ladies and gentlemen, please go find the Jive Aces. Facebook. It's jiveaces.com.
Yeah.
jiveaces.com on the website. Support them, get the music. The albums are fantastic. I have I was thinking about, maybe I'll give some of these listeners, but no, I'm not. I'm gonna hang on to these. These are mine. But pop them in the car and listen to it. I'll probably be all over the highway now, but now at least this time I'll have an excuse.
Yeah. You get pulled over and they'll say, "Oh, you're listening to the Jive Aces." Understood.
So let's talk about rock and roll movie king. Rock and roll
movie star.
Yeah. Tell us about the writing behind the story. You know, let's talk about that. And then is that something you want to do live or off the CD?
Yeah, we can try and do it live. Now the only thing is the guitar. We haven't got a guitar amp in here. He's just got a beautiful semi-acoustic guitar playing.
It's
acoustic.
picking up fine.
It's picking up.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so on the actual album, it's quite. The guitar is quite a prominent.
Just imagine the guitar.
Imagine the guitar at home. You'll hear it. and we'll
Imagine
do it
this
on-
is a real radio show.
Well, no, it'll be the unplugged version. You know, just like Clapton doing Layla or whatever it's called. Like, but basically, it was. Every couple of years, we play at the Viva Las Vegas Rockabilly Festival in Vegas, believe it or not, which is in the Orleans Hotel casino. And they take over. You have thousands of rock and roll, rockabilly, and swing fans come from all over the world. They have all sorts of stuff going on. And in the parking lot, or the car park as we call it, in the parking lot, they have a big stage and they'll have like the star, like there'll be Little Richard or whoever playing. Imelda May, Jerry Lee did it. Brenda Lee, all the Lees. Yeah. And
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, yeah. Oh,
Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee, yeah. I didn't know we had no General Lee. He's down south. And so, yeah, generally they do. And so, but then, and then also you have all the classic cars and hot rods, and the place is full of hot rods and cars in the parking lot. And then there's loads of pin-up girls walking around, and the lovely Makinna here will be with us normally with the Satin Dolls. She works also with the Satin Dolls, and it's a whole host of these beautiful showgirls. And so you walk in the parking lot, and the place is full of people dressed in 1950s clothes, 1950s hot rods, and girls dressed as pin-ups. And that image stayed in my mind. And from the thing, I think when we were on the way home, I literally just wrote the lyrics. It's a very simple song, and I just come into my head. And then we decided to do a music video for it, Rock and Roll Movie Star, and which is online on YouTube. And Makinna stars as the Rock and Roll Movie Star. And yeah, so it just came from there really, and that was it. And it needed a bit of a rockabilly, rock and roll influence in it. So then we got Chris, who naturally came up with the exact sound I was thinking of, which was this sort of Grady Martin thing that he's got inherent in his fingers, which just gives it that sort of Johnny Burnett sort of mixed with the rhythm and blues and jive that we do. And I think it's a jolly nice track. And we'll try and do it live.
All right, well, let's do it.
Let me just spray my voice because I'm getting all Louis Armstrong after going to... We went to see Louis
I
Armstrong's...
like that. My favorite
voice the
part
other
is how
day.
he translates from English to English every time.
Yeah, it's two countries
Darwin
divided by the
Santa from
same
Ohio
language.
says hello.
Who does?
Darwin from Ohio.
Hi, Darwin. All right, let's rock and roll movie star. I stumbled into a parking lot. The sun shone down and the day was hot. It was like no place I'd ever been. I landed in the middle of a B-movie scene. Whatever hot rod cars parked in a line. Whole lot of pinups looked so fine. As the breath moved back, I could see the most beautiful gal looking at me. Well, rock and roll movie star, playing a wild guitar. Rock and roll movie star, driving a hot rod car. Show me it's a bar, my rock and roll movie star. She was tall and slim with wavy hair, blue-green eyes come hither stare. As she stepped into a waiting car, I knew she was a B-movie star. Well, I was sure that I had seen that face, an hot rod gang from outer space. I knew that we would meet again, but I don't know what I'll do till then. Rock and roll movie star, playing a wild guitar. Rock and roll movie star, driving a hot rod car. Show me it's so far. Rock and roll movie star. rock and roll king tonight. Rock and roll movie star. Playing a wild guitar. Rock and roll movie star. Driving a hot block car. So near yet so far. My rock and roll movie star. Rock and roll movie star. Playing a wild guitar. Rock and roll movie star. Driving a hot block car. So near yet so far. My rock and roll movie star. Well, she's my baby. She's wild and crazy. My rock and roll movie star. Yeah.
All right, so one more time, everybody. Introduce yourselves over here.
I'm Ken.
John. Alex.
McKenna.
Ian.
Chris.
Peter. Vince.
Vita.
Yeah.
We'll do that again. Peter. Vince.
The Jive Aces, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Gumbo YaYa radio show. That's good stuff, man. I probably don't have a job after this now. Because we like, you know.
No, everyone's just come out of the other studios and they're watching and dancing on it.
Okay, well, good. So, look, we got time for another tune, at least, and then I gotta dedicate the last song to my Yankee bride, as always. So let's one more time, ladies and gentlemen. We have in here from the UK the Jive Aces. They're on tour here in the States. They're only here for till just after the New Year. Then you're headed back to the UK.
Yeah, then
All
we're
right,
back
so-
to UK and to Ireland, but we're back in March.
Be back in March.
Yeah.
See, again. Somebody is not on top of it.
No, unfortunately,
Yeah,
we'll be on the West Coast then.
So if you want to find out where you can see them, they're headed to Carolina, then down to Florida, or you can call Grazia 737.
She doesn't mind. It's on the website. I think her phone number's on the website.
So, all right. So you have a calendar of events on your page on your
Yeah, we got the whole gig
jiveaces.com.
guide.
Go there, find them, look at it, check it out. All right, I thought I didn't see any levels. I was looking at the wrong one. I was like, okay, well, this is just yeah, right. So oh shoot, I think we got unplugged over here somehow. All right, well, it's okay. I can still get it off of the archives there. So we got unplugged a little bit, but let's fix that and hit that. All right, we're recording the rest of it. All right, you got another tune you can do for us?
Yeah, I think we should do it's as an anthem, as you mentioned, Jump, Jive and Wail, which is on the album.
All right.
A Louis Prima favorite.
Which album is it on right now?
It's on the Digging the Roots, rock and rhythm and blues album.
All right, so the Jive Aces, ladies and gentlemen. Jump, Jive and Wail.
1, 2, 3.
Baby, it looks like it's gonna hit. Well, baby, it looks like it's gonna hit. You better come inside, I'm gonna teach you how to jive and whirl. Gotta jump, jive, then you really 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 gotta jump, jive, then you will.
Pops in the icebox looking for a can of ale.
jiving. Anywhere they gotta jump jiving. Anywhere, well, 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 Jump time and well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and there we go. Am I back here? Am I back? Am I? There we go. The Jive Aces. Give yourselves a hand. Awesome stuff. Awesome.
Well done, us.
Thank you so much. Y'all gotta learn how to say roll tide.
Roll
Tide.
Roll tide.
Roll tide. What does that mean?
That's an American expression that they use all over, and it just
Really?
that's college football is big up here, and the state of Alabama. They have two teams. They have the Alabama Crimson Tide, and then the other one, and so Alabama fans
You like the other one then?
roll tide. So,
Roll Tide.
but thank you so much, man. I appreciate this. This is great. What I'll do is one more time, Jive Aces, jiveaces.com. Go out and check them. Miss McKenna, do you have a Facebook, a website?
Yes, I have a website, MakinnaRidgway.com. So you can
So
check
you
it
can
out
Spell it, how
there.
do you spell it?
MakinnaRidgway.com. No E in either name.
Makinna Ridgway.
You got
And
it.
you
No
can,
ease.
right? And if you check out Facebook and all that, you can. They're all interrelated. So if you're looking at the Jive Aces, you're gonna see Miss McKenna.
Yes, you will.
And then this young man on guitar. You're here in California. Are you doing shows independently here?
I'm doing some shows. I'm playing, around town a little bit, and I also do graphic design stuff. So if you like the cover of the new CDs, Digging the Roots, you can check me out. I have an Instagram page because I'm that hip. So you can search for me. It's called Stuff by CW. If you have a look at that on Instagram, you'll find all my artwork stuff.
Which is not the floor tiling one.
No.
All right. So you know what? I was gonna go to the CD, but you think you could just do one more? Can you do a little like Jingle Bells or a little Christmas song, something?
We could do Jingle Bells.
Let's see what you got. White
Jingle Bells.
Christmas.
It's a tough number to do.
White Christmas.
White Christmas.
I would love. Let's do White Christmas. It's one of my all-time favorites. Y'all do that for us, and then
Big growl, if I will have a go.
give me 3 minutes of that, and then we'll let y'all go.
Thanks. We don't want to go. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the tree tops glisten. I choose this to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas got a ride. May it is, may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the tree tops glisten, and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, where every Christmas got a ride. Maydays, 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 merry and bright. May all your Christmases be white.
All right. Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas,
one and all.
Thank you.
God
Merry
bless us each and
Christmas,
every
happy
one.
holidays. God bless every one of you. Thank you for coming over, making this a great program. Y'all really made the show. We got tons of people checking in with us, and you know, I'm a huge fan. Before you go, we want to get some pictures.
Yeah.
I want these signed by many of you who can. And thank you
great.
again. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Gumbo YaYa radio show. We just had the Jive Aces from the UK. Find everything at jiveaces.com. Info schedule. Buy their music. Support them. We appreciate y'all checking in. And when we leave here, I always play the last song of the day. I always dedicate to my Yankee bride, and we're gonna play that. And that's I'm gonna play "First in Line" by Elvis Presley, and we'll play that for her. And we always go out of here by saying, hug your friends. Say it with me. Hug your friends.
Hug your friends.
Kiss your family.
Kiss your family.
And thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord.
And y'all keep listening to the Gumbo YaYa radio show. And this is Elvis Presley going out to my Yankee bride. Y'all come back now, you hear?